Hey guys, Joel here, and welcome back to another episode. And man, where do I begin with this Nintendo Switch 2 Direct that I saw earlier? Well, I saw it piece by piece that they uploaded, piece by piece with each thing they talked about at the Direct and everything in the video and stuff like that. So I was really interested in what I saw. I was really interested in what I saw. So man, I guess we'll talk about some of the games. I'm not gonna talk about everything because I honestly didn't check out everything. Only some things that piqued my interest that I was interested in. That's what I'm gonna talk about. Anything I left out that you guys think is anything of interest, just let me know in the comment section down below. Or whatever games that you guys are looking forward to for whatever you guys saw in that video in this Nintendo Direct and everything like that. But man, so with the games, what I'm gonna talk about first is Mario Kart World. So that one I am definitely interested in, guys. Definitely interested in getting it. Definitely looking forward to it, man. Like, oh wow. So about time, right? A new Mario Kart game. Even though like I didn't really care, So whenever they was gonna come out with the one, they could come out with the one or whatever like that. I don't know. I've never really been big on the Mario Kart series, honestly. Like a lot of other people are, like a lot of you guys are, out there that enjoys it. I like them, but they're not like the best for me, But I'm excited because what I really like about this one is the whole free roaming, where you can actually drive around the whatever towns or maps, whatever map you want. You just could drive around with your friends and everything like that, and take pictures together and stuff in your vehicles and whatever like that, which is cool. I do like that a lot. So that's something that more piqued my interest when I saw the features. Like when I was watched the video, the trailer, and I was looking at some of the features in the game. So I do like that. So the first time ever doing something like that, and I'm really hyped for it and everything. So I am looking forward to getting that game. Definitely looking forward to getting it and everything like that. What else? The Donkey Kong Bonanza. That one looks really interesting as well. And from the comments, people were saying that it's from the same devs that made Super Mario Odyssey, which yeah, it does really look similar to it. Definitely looks similar to it and everything. I mean, I've never been like a huge fan of the Donkey Kong series. I think I mentioned that a couple of times on here. I've never really been too big on it. Like I've tried a lot of times to give them a chance, and I just stop, or whatever like that. But I'm interested in going back to the playing the older ones again and just giving them a chance and trying to at least beat one of them, before I get this one and everything. So I'm definitely looking forward to it as well. Donkey Kong Bonanza looks good. I like the style of it. Love how the graphics look, nice and colorful. The world just pops. Always love games that look like that and everything. For me, it matters more about like the colors in the worlds or whatever, and like how they look really nice and detailed, bright. Like everything like that. How they just pop. I like that. I like that more. I'll take that more over like 4K and all that crap. Honestly, So I don't mind it. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's coming out in July. I forgot exactly the date, but yeah, but I know it's in July. Um, I know that also real quick with the Mario Kart World, that one is gonna be coming out the same day as the Switch 2, which is great. So yeah, and because they're gonna be having a bundle with that, but I'm gonna talk about that in a few. I just want to go over the games first before I talk about the system. What else game I saw? Damn, I forgot the other game. What it was called? Damn, what was the name of that game? Something with blood in the game, in the name or whatever like that. I was looking at it. It looks okay, but I'm not interested in it. People in the comment section were saying that's like Nintendo's version, or their own version of Bloodborne, which I never liked. Honestly, never liked the series. I know it was really popular, but I never liked it. So yeah, so it doesn't pique my interest. It wasn't interesting. I was just curious to click on to see what type of game it was or whatever like that. Because as I was watching, piece by piece with certain games or trailers from the direct, then in my recommended feed it was showing like the other stuff in the that it showed. So I was all right. Saw that game. I was like, let me click on and see what it is about, like how it looks. But I'm not impressed in it, honestly. I don't know if you guys thought of that game. What else? They talked about a lot of the games that like the third party games or whatever like that that's coming to the Switch 2 that weren't originally on the Switch, the original Switch I should say, the Switch 1 I gotta call it now or whatever, which is like Elden Ring, which I had a lot of good things about, but honestly I'm not interested in it. I have a lot of good things about that game. Like people just talk so good about that game. They always be hyped for that game and everything like that. They're always like hyped and everything. Just love it. But I'm not interested in it at all. But that's cool that it's coming to the Switch too. Um, What else games? I think a lot of like games that like we're on the PS4, whatever is going to be in the Switch. I know there's a lot of rumors still with a lot of Xbox games that's going to be in the Switch. I think I've heard that. What's it? The Xbox. What is the lead guy in the games like for Microsoft for the games department, with Xbox department is going to be working with this with the Nintendo whatever with some of the games to bring to the Switch. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I hope it's not working with them. We're just bringing the games. I don't want Microsoft to mess up anything, touch anything with Nintendo or whatever. But if they're gonna port the games, that's fine. I'll take that because I want to play some Halo on the Switch. That'll be great. So that's cool. They get what else? The games like the third party games. Oh, the Bravely Default. I think they're gonna have like a remastered version, whatever like that for the Switch too. I am interested in that, even though it's from Square Enix. But I am interested because I honestly liked Bravely Default. It was good. I mean, the only thing I really didn't like was the grinding in it, but it was really good from when I played it the first one on the 3DS. I never played the second one, the sequel, or whatever like that. So that's interesting that it's coming to on the Nintendo Switch too. Which I think that was it. Yeah, the first Bravely Default, the one that came on the 3DS. I think that's the one that they remastered and put it on there. So that's great and everything like that. I am interested in that one. Yeah, definitely interested in. Looking forward to that one. But that's something I'm gonna get way down the line or whatever like that. Whenever the time comes when I do happen to get the Switch too. What else games they showed? That scene. I think that was it actually. Yeah, I think that was all the games I saw. Yeah, all the only games I really cared to check out, whatever. I just like really like just kind of like went through it, like to summarize or whatever. Like I didn't, like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing. I was just watching the piece by piece that they uploaded after the direct was over and everything like that. Because when I woke up, it was already finished. Like I said, it was streamed an hour ago, and I woke up like around 11 something. So yeah, and yeah, God, I know. I said I sleep late, but yeah. But yeah, let's go on to the system now and everything like that. So yeah, from what I saw and everything with all the features with the Nintendo Switch 2, it's okay. Honestly, I'm really not impressed. I really don't care. I mean, it is what it is. Like I don't really care. Like, I mean, I do like that it's gonna be on par with the PS4. So I'm guessing in a way when I do happen to get it, it'll just be me like having the PS4 again. It just, new. There's newer. There's much more newer. Where I would get more, of course, more frequent constant updates. I should say not frequent, but constant updates and everything like extended updates, I should say, and everything like that. Since PS4 is old now, so it's not gonna really get as much updates, which I don't really care for honestly. But yeah, as long as it's still making games for it and it's still that discontinued, I'm fine with that. So the Switch 2, I guess you can say, is like to me, it felt like watching that, watching the features from the Switch 2 and everything, it kind of reminds me of the PS4, but also like a 360, like just wrapped all in one, and everything like that, just in pretty much in the Switch skin and everything like that. That's what it reminded me of, but it definitely reminded me a lot of the 360 and everything. And I honestly, I haven't really been this hyped or interested for a console since the 360 days or whatever like that, since that era and everything like that. So this goes on to the second feature. Well, next video I saw that they had separately for one of the biggest features that I was talking about on this channel, or what I was hoping for on this channel, because, like I said before, I wasn't really interested in it, but if they brought this feature in, I would have been more interested in it, and that is the game chat feature that they're going to be adding to the Switch 2. Oh my lord, I am hyped for that. So about time, right? Like after how many freaking years since that feature's been out, since the 360 days with having a party chat or whatever like that. So they finally gonna have something. Well, yeah, it's gonna be similar. Yeah, you still, I guess it'd be similar like with a party, whatever. You gonna be with your friends, you could chat, whatever. So it's similar, whatever like that. And where you guys can play together and everything. Play the games. Play games together and stuff and chat while playing the games, because instead of having to use a separate, like third party application, whatever, like Discord for the original Switch, now you have that built into the Switch 2 now as game chat. I don't know if they're gonna come up with any like fancy name for it, any gimmicky name for it, or just gonna call it game chat or whatever. I don't care. As long as they have the feature, that's all that matters. So I was really hyped for that. I was really hyped for that. And I did, like I said, I mentioned that if they have one of those features, I would be more inclined to get this console and everything like that. And they finally added it, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. One negative though I didn't like with that is I didn't see anywhere in that video with any of the people playing that had a mic on. It was just talking directly into the speaker on the Switch. And honestly, I don't like that. I prefer having a mic, because what if you don't live alone? You live with other people. It's gonna pick up that, right? Because I know that they said like it's good at not like any like noises in the back distraction, it can kind of block it out, pretty much like noise cancel or whatever like that. But still, what if it's somebody else is talking in the background while you're talking? Obviously, it's gonna pick it up, you know. So I didn't see anything about that, but I really hope that there is a way you can actually just plug in a mic and chat with your friends that way instead of using the speaker on the switch to switch to talk to your friends or whatever like that. Because honestly, I don't really like that. You know, that definitely is good if you live alone and shit like that. But I wouldn't want to that do that. I would prefer the mic like how it is when on the PS4 you talking to mic, whatever your Xbox talking to mic or whatever like that. So I'm hoping that you can do that. If any of you guys know, let me know in the comment section below if you can still use a mic and chat with your friends and everything on the Switch too. Let me know because if you can, then I'm gonna be much more happy. But yeah, but I'm fine. I'm happy that they finally added that. And one interesting thing that they added, which is really cool, and I don't even think they ever had. I don't think that's something you can do in the PS4. Honestly, I don't even think you could have done that in 360. And that is if you get the camera, which of course, is sold separately. You can buy that and everything, and that way you can actually see your friends or whatever like that, and they can see you while you guys are chatting in the party, whatever, playing games. And I think that's really cool. I actually like that feature a lot. So I think that's something I'm actually going to be interested in getting and everything. I can do here and there, not always, but like here and there, whatever. I can have my camera on and everything, and while we play the games, you can just chat and everything like that, like that way. So it kind of feels more of like almost like playing locally, with your friends over at your house or whatever like that. So that is a very cool feature and everything. Something I don't even think you can even do in the PS4. I don't think you can hook up a camera and talk to people that way. I doubt it. So that's definitely. I never really checked those features on the settings in the party feature on the PS4, but I'm pretty sure you can. But that's definitely something I'm looking forward to. I'm very interested in on the Switch too and everything. So about damn time, right? But yeah, because when they first introduced a party feature and on the 360, I was like really happy. So I was there for it all, like because the 360 I got like within like the first year it came out actually, maybe like a couple of months or whatever after I had gotten it, and that was before they added the party feature, and then later on they added the party feature, and then later on they updated where you can have more people in the party with you and shit like that. So I love that, and this reminded me a lot of like how the three like how it was when I got the 360 and how it felt with gaming like back then. Like this is what games are about. This is how games should be, and this is why I'm really excited and I'm happy to return to Nintendo and everything. Return to my original roots with Nintendo because the very first console I ever played was a Nintendo console. When I was a little kid, I played the Super Nintendo and everything that my older brother had gotten. Even though it was way after, like it was like after it's like actually probably like a year before its life was over. Maybe it was in the same year actually when it was over for the Super Nintendo, and then after that, well, not over. The people were still playing, of course, but when the NCT4 came out and everything like that, and then I was able to play that and everything. I remember more of the NCT4 and above and everything like that. I was still really young at the time, but I definitely still remember the NCT4 because that system, like man, like the games on there had so much fun playing everything like that. Like 007, three of my favorites on NCT4 that I remember to this day that I had a blast in, and that is Super Mario 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time, and GoldenEye 007. Man, three good games right there that to this day always remember the fun like the fun memories I have with my brothers and my sister playing 007 and everything like that. So that's one of the games I actually want to get back for NCT4 too in the future and everything like that. And Zelda Ocarina of Time. But yeah, because I have Super Mario 64 already on the NCT4. I bought it recently, like I said, like 2 years ago or something like that. But yeah, it's good to finally be returning soon to my roots with Nintendo and everything like that. And I feel like when it comes to them and like when I watch, like I was saying, like I feel like games we're getting games again. Getting actual games, I should say, that's fun again. But it just sucks that of course there has to be only one company doing it right now. And I really hope it stays that way and they don't ruin that formula because like I said already with Nintendo, they're more like traditionalists like myself, and they want to stick to the ways of how things should be. That shouldn't have been changed in the first place. And one of the big things is when it comes to games, and and making games fun, and making games just be games. Because that's something that you're not getting right now from Sony or Microsoft. They're too busy focused on instead of making games, they're making try to make games as like a monetization, service, with this live service crap, live service games, that bullshit, and subscriptions and microtransactions left and right. DLC here and there, season passes here and there, and all that shit. You don't really have to deal with that stuff with Nintendo, and that's what I like about them because they're making games. They're making games fun, and it seems like they're making games fun again. I should say, which I shouldn't say because they've always been doing that, But I guess you could say they're making games fun again for this new era because right now, when it comes to the gaming industry, it sucks ass. It's shitty, and it's just crazy how there's a lot of people out there that's always like attacking me for it and really like kissing these greedy ass companies' asses and shit like that, which is terrible. I don't understand how people can support this and everything like that. So I can see why a lot of people actually forgot could I exclude the PC, but I can see why a lot of people are more into the PC now, like playing PC games, being more of a PC gamer, or people who used to be into consoles back then switched over to PC because you don't really have to deal with that shit. I mean, yeah, they're on there too, of course, those type of games, but majority is a ton of games on Steam that you can play that's like single player games and games that are games. You don't have to play the live service games or whatever they have on there too. So yeah, all that subscription based shit and all that stuff, you don't have to do that. So I can see why a lot of people are into the PC now. But for me, since I'm more like a console guy and everything like that, it's like just more focused on this and why I prefer Nintendo and everything like that. But I cut the video real quick. One of my decorations was falling off, so I had to quickly take it off or whatever like that. But anyways, yeah. So that's why I'm like really really hyped for Nintendo right now and what they're doing and everything, especially when it comes to console still, since I'm still a console gamer and everything like that because physical games. So yeah, if Steam, I wish Steam would come out with like an official like console whatever like that with physical games. That's what I would like to see from them. Then I would be more on board with PC gaming, honestly, like how it used to be back then when they had physical games and everything like that. Bring that shit back, bring that back. Then I'll be more inclined to play PC and everything like that. And but what else? I feel like I was getting a little bit sidetracked with some things that I wanted to mention with the Switch too. But yeah, but this is the first time, like I said, like I've been this hype in a long time, I should say, for a new console to be released because I haven't felt this way in years. You know, last time was I would say the only time was well from when I the first console I got the 360. So I'm gonna exclude the PS2 whatever because I never officially had my own. And to I mean my brother did buy me one later down the line, but I'm talking about when I worked and everything and I was able to get a console myself. The very first one for me was a 360 and everything like that and that was the first one I got within the same year, and I never did that again. After that, that was it. With the PS4, it took me a while to. I mean, with Xbox One first, it took me a while to upgrade, and the PS4 it took me a while to upgrade as well, and everything like that. And then you see, guys, and you guys already know, and you see here, I stopped, and that was it. I thought that it was just gonna be PS4 and that's it. And then after that, I'll just I guess go with the Switch, the original, and then PC maybe, and that's it. But now it seems like I'm gonna be going to Switch 2 instead, and probably just waiting and save up and just get that instead of the Switch. I might do that because I'm like what I've seen, honestly, like what I've seen, and this is the first time in years, like I said, that I'm really hyped for a new console, new generation console because you guys already know, like I don't care about that. I prefer just them sticking with the console for as long as they can. And I mean, Nintendo has with the Switch, the original Switch, they have, and everything like that. So I like the new features that they're bringing in, and that's the only reason why I'm interested in the Switch 2 and everything like that. Especially some of the games that it's gonna have and everything. So I'm hyped, really hyped for it and everything like that. Last thing I forgot to, yeah, I was gonna talk about was the price. I remember I said I was gonna talk about that later on, but yeah, so the price that I'm gonna have to wait a little bit on because the price for the Switch 2 is gonna be 450, and then the bundle where that comes with I mean not Super Mario, I was about to say Super Mario, I was about to say Super Mario Deluxe, but Mario Kart, sorry, Mario Kart Worlds there's gonna be a bundle with those two for 500. So that to me is a little bit too much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait to, even though you guys already know how Nintendo is when it comes to sales and shit, they don't like to put this shit on sale. But I'm gonna still wait until the holiday time and everything and see if maybe I can get it a little bit cheaper, a little bit cheaper. Maybe if I can get it for like 400 or whatever like that, that would be great. Or maybe like 380. But I feel like that's pushing it for too early, especially since it's coming out June 5th. And the holidays, there's gonna be a couple of months after that, the holidays. So I don't think it's gonna be that low. But maybe, maybe. I hope. I really hope so. But if it is, then I will get it. I'll get it this year, the end of the year. If not, then I'll wait until next year. Maybe around this time, spring next year, 2026, maybe it might be a little bit cheaper or whatever like that at the time. Like maybe a $50, $60 off or something like that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, but I'm interested in getting it. But if it's not that cheap, I can get it for the holidays this year. Then I'll wait till next year and everything like that. But I'm definitely gonna be getting one. That's all. That's all that matters. So you guys have it. Then you guys know I'm gonna be getting one, and which I already mentioned plenty of times already since I've been talking about this. But in this video, what else I wanted to mention? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's about it that I'm really hyped for. And like I said, I'm really getting a lot of like 360 vibes, with the Switch 2 and everything because it is just bringing me back to that time, like when I was really, really hyped. Because that was the time when I was the most hyped, for a console, and the most fun I've had was on the 360 and everything like that. I mean, the PS2, of course, was the most fun I've had in my younger years. It's like teenager or whatever like that, and it's kid slash teenager. But in the 360 times, the teenager slash young adult, whatever like that, I really, really, had a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed it a lot, and it was like, like just it was just different. Those times it was just way better for games, especially when it comes to online gaming. Everything was just great. You had a blast playing it back then, especially with GTA 4 and stuff like that, and Gears 1 and 2, and Halo 3 and Reach, Halo 4, Master Chief Collection was on Xbox One, but yeah, but that one was good too. But yeah, but 360 was like I feel like that era is like that was it. That was it for us. It hasn't really been the same, and I feel like this is gonna bring. I feel like this will bring us not really back, but like close to it. Maybe it might be back. We'll see. We'll see how it is. We'll see how the online features are with the Switch 2 and everything like that. Like I said, I am hyped for the game chat feature. Finally, about time. But let's see how this goes and everything like that. So I'm definitely looking forward to it and all that good stuff. And some of the games, of course. But I think that's about it. I don't think I'm missing anything else I'm gonna mention. Mm, yeah, I think that was it. But yeah, so I'm happy. Really happy for this, guys. Really happy for this. And man, I haven't been this hyped for games, like I said, in a long time. A long ass time. So let's see what Nintendo's gonna do with the Switch 2. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be doing some good things with it and everything like that. I'm really happy with what they're doing and they're not following the trend that Sony and freaking Microsoft are doing. And, right now I can't stand them and everything like that. So I really like what Nintendo's doing, and they're sticking to their formula, sticking to the traditional formula, and staying in their own little bubble, which is great, and just doing their thing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. They're doing their thing and making games how games should be. They're making games fun. They're making games, and and just leaving them alone. Not trying to like. I mean, they're all money hungry as well. Nintendo, of course, because I will always say this about them, especially when it comes to the games that will go on sale. But at least they're better than Sony and Microsoft when it comes to like this whole monetization in the game with the microtransactions, live service bullshit, and expensive ass what's it subscriptions like PlayStation Plus and all this crap. So at least they're not doing all that. So I give them that. But who knows? Maybe with the Switch 2, especially with this feature, with the game channel, and that stuff, maybe the price might on Switch Online might go up. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be anywhere as expensive as friggin' Sony right now with their yearly subscriptions. And there was one thing I was gonna mention. One last thing. Sorry, one last thing, and then that would be it. Oh yeah, about the console. I know that it could increase from 32 gigs, I think, to 256 gigs, I believe, which is the same amount of space that I have on my phone and everything, which is cool. I like that, but I mean, as long as it has an SD card, that's what I've always been using anyways. When I had the Switch, so it didn't bother me. I don't really care. I mean, that's cool that it has more internal memory, but I mean storage. But as long as it keeps this SD card slot, that's great. And they're gonna have two USB-C slots, which is very interesting. I've never seen any console or any type of device have two. I wish that's something they should put on phones. Put two USB-Cs, honestly, instead of just one. But that's cool that they have that. What else is gonna be? I think yeah, for a lot of people, I know it's not gonna be happy about it, but I think it's not the screen is not. I mean, the game, this console's not gonna be able to go 4K, something like that. I know it's gonna be at 1080. I think the highest is 120 hertz or whatever like that. Something like that. I never read it right, but I don't care about that. I'm fine with 1080. I still play 1080. I play 720p games still. You guys already know with the PS3, 480p, 480i, 40p, PS2. So I don't care about that. And then 240, I think, is the PS1. So that stuff doesn't bother me. As long as the game is a game and it's fun and it has its content, and it's worth the money, That's all I care for. I don't care about all that stuff, because that's what messed it up for me when I feel like with Sony and Microsoft. It's like they focus too much on graphics and this 4K shit and for high frame rates, and the game sucks. There's just something pretty to look at, and that's it. So that's why I like that Nintendo's not doing that. And I think that's about it when it comes to Switch. I don't think I missed anything else. But anyways, yeah, it's all long enough, guys. But yeah, so it's time to end this, wrap this up. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought of the Nintendo Direct, the Switch 2 Direct, and everything like that. Let me know what you guys thought. Are you guys also hyped? Do you guys also agree with how it feels to you guys? Like, does it feel like the 360 kind of like days or whatever like that with this console? You let me know and everything like that. You guys be getting it. You guys excited for? You guys excited for the game chat feature? You guys excited for the games? Or you guys getting it this year? And everything. Let me know what you guys think and all that good stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I'll see you guys next time for another episode. Take care.